Hey, what's going on, everybody? Flipthru Gallus here. It's either Wednesday or Friday, more than likely. Another Wrestling Magazine Flip. This is Wrestling Main Event. Wrestling's Main Event, the number one magazine for Matt fans today from November of '89. This is one of the mags now because these things were $2.75. Yeah, I wasn't buying this. I was buying the Apter and the ones on the cheaper paper because they were cheaper. I got a good style stack of these in. I did one of these before. I got one in earlier this year. Did once the first actual issue of this. I remember it. This is one of those every once in a while my mom would buy me a wrestling mag. She'd buy one of these because she didn't know I preferred the Abner mags. What we got on the cover here? Sam Houston, Jeff Jarrett, Terry Funk, wrestling's most dangerous man. Lex Luger, no more Mr. Nice Guy. Should the WWF sanction the $1 million belt? The barber gets clipped. Jimmy Snuka returns to the WWF. Steve Williams and Terry Gordy, the Battle of the Bulls. How long can Demolition hold the WWF titles? Look at that great Eddie Gilbert and Rick Steiner, NWA US Tag Champions photo. I love that. That's Eric Rick Steiner. I love hitting that. And oh God, look at this really fat picture of Boss Man here. Fantastic offer. I got mine, so get yours. Oh, Kerry Von Erich with the magazine. What company was this? Pumpkin Press. It's New York based. Anybody behind this that we heard? Chin and Low, Krebs, Inkwell. Pfeffer, Steve Pfeffer, Ox Baker, Jonathan Boyd, Adam Smash, Adam Blast. I'm not really seeing any names y'all recognize. This really looks like a magazine that's like dumb, like kind of run overseas. Okay, no idea. Editor's Corner. I do know I want the hat and the belt buckle. And there is, each one of these has like one page that's that's probably loose because the back page it got discontinued. It looks like maybe somebody put that up on the wall back in the day and they put it back in here. But there's old Beefcake. Beefcake, if you don't remember, Beefcake gets joked on and clowned on. Whoa, don't knock the camera. But if you do not remember, Beefcake up until that parasailing accident, a little bit after, was so popular. He was probably the number 2 face right behind Hogan for quite a while. Like all the kids loved him. I remember seeing my buddies doing the fucking cut and strut and walk on the damn playground back there. It's like, what the fuck? I was a BK fan, but a huge natural sterile complex. Lord's Manor, the Royal Kangaroo, Lord Jonathan Boyd. Roddy Piper transforms Art Bar into Beetlejuice. Oh, God, I forgot about Beetlejuice. The Heart Punch. No Hole Barred. Look at a professional wrestler straight from the heart by Ox Baker is told to Steve Pfeffer. School days! School's tough enough without trying to learn through a mind softened with drugs. So get your education you deserve and learn how to say no to drugs. That's right, say no to drugs, kids. This was always the neat thing. They did reviews of the wrestling tapes on the market, which was really cool. So they actually gave good reviews. Like video reviews. Professional No Holds Barred. Look at today's video market. The first one they got up here is The Best of Women's Professional Wrestling Volume 3 from Delta Tiger Lilies. $39.95 call to a rebuy. Wrestling quality C+. Debbie Combs and Medusa Massini work well as a team against Candy Devine and Brandy May. Cat LaRue versus Susan Green was okay. O'Shea and Katie Kincaid are unimpressive against Peggy Patterson in a handicap match. Hottie Lee Morgan looked fine against the unimpressive babyface Nelly. Olympia and Bambi taking on Peggy Lee Leather and Donna Day wasn't anything special. Presentation of wrestling and non-wrestling. Material B. The main problem, as with the other volumes, is the audience. Putting on a show in front of people and expecting them to have a good atmosphere will not work. Oh, putting on a show in front of 5 people and expecting to have a good atmosphere will not work. Debbie Combs confronts Misty Blue Sims after the first match, and the two almost get into it. Industry, and all they have to do now is get into the ring. Tape quality, including cuts and complete matches. B. Tape quality is fine, and the matches are totally complete. Total grade B-. Medusa Massini continues to stand out as a pure professional package. She is clearly one of the best women wrestlers in the world today. Except for the moment, Misty Blue Sims and Medusa's performance, tape doesn't stand on its own. Not for that price. WrestleMania 5. Oh, man. Okay, 5 is that. That's when Warrior beat Hogan. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought so. So 89. Yeah, that's what I thought. 30. Coliseum video, $39.95. Wrestling quality, B-. The show saw 2 new champions crowning, Ravishing Rick Rude, who gave a very good show and upset the Ultimate Warrior, and Hogan beat. Oh, this one Hogan beat Savage. Sorry, Hogan beat World Champion Savage, and an average predictable sleeper for true wrestling fans. The undercard interesting moments and good showings by the Twin Towers, The Rock, Mercedes DiBiase, Kurt Hennig, the Brainbusters, Strike Force. Everybody else on the show didn't give 100%. Presentation of wrestling and non-wrestling material. D. One word flop. Roddy Piper turned to a crying shame. Morton Downey Jr.'s appearance was useless. The show would only make a mockery of the show. Brother was satisfactory and bearable. I have a whole page on Run DMC's performance, but I'll make it brief. They're old and out of style. The sound system was no good. The voices stinky. Couldn't understand any song, nor would you want to. Take quality, including cuts, complete matches. A. Take quality is fine, as with all Coliseum's productions, all complete matches. Total grade C+. Wow, got ranked worse than the women's tape. You want all the outside mockery of the Run DMC and Roddy Piper segments. The show isn't worth that price. All the important scenes were shown on TV. Starcade 88. Turner. Wrestling quality 8. Sting and Dusty Rhodes vs. Road Warriors was an excellent match with 3 great wrestlers. Those being Animal Hawk and Sting. I did not write this. I know I'm one of the people that is known for not being a Dusty Rhodes fan. Sting already a star, pushed himself in the superstar in this main event. Midnight Express was as usual, very interesting. Junkyard Dog and Ivan Koloff taking on the Russian Assassins was the only bomb. The Varsity Club had a good match against Fantastics. Barry Windham's match with Bam Bigelow was fantastic. Rick Steiner was the biggest surprise of the night, beating Mike Rotunda to a thunderous ovation. Presentation of wrestling and non-wrestling material. A. Fine, no interviews. The commentators industry and the match flow worked like clockwork. Tape quality include cuts and complete matches. First match was cut for time, but the rest of the show was okay. So B. Total grade A-. A fine presentation. Turner Home has become known for their match-to-match fluidity. No unnecessary interviews that clutter up time, which should be better served showing wrestling. They get all interviews where they should be on TV. Pro Wrestling Finishing Holds magazine with Judo Gene LaBelle. Learning the ropes by Adam Special. This is the women tapes, and they got 3 of them here. And like most of them have the same roster. I mean, like I'm saying, the big names are Luce Massini, Misty Blue. I mean, Bambi's kind of known. Linda Dallas, Cat LaRue, Candy Devine, Peggy Lee Leather, Joyce Grable, Debbie and Cora Combs. Yeah, but for the price, man, $99 for all 3. Wow, big money in that shit. Dusty Rhodes and Barry Windham joined the WWF. The Freebirds won the vacant NWA World Tag Team Championship. They had a lot of writing. Not as many pictures I noticed. Wrestling's round up. All this stuff's going on. The Digest magazine. I never saw that. Was it weekly? Attention, true wrestling fans, subscribe to Pro Wrestling Digest to keep with all the latest inside news, interviews, and gossips in pro wrestling. We don't speed feed information to you. We find out all the details and let you know right away what's happening. Even things not explained on TV. Featuring real interviews with real wrestlers, news, features, questions answered, monthly crossword puzzle, photos, and more. No BS, no outside ads. Very timely, 40 pages packed with info. That's what our subscribers tell us. That's what we should strive for. Now receive all the news on a monthly basis over your mailbox. Let's say it's monthly. Still about $2 an issue. Subscribe for 12 issues to receive a free Sting, Dr. Death, or Barry Windham headband. I've never even heard of this. I would have subscribed to it probably. Chris Benoit and Biff Wellington, a bet paying off in championships. British Commonwealth mid-heavyweight champion. There's Biff Wellington. Good old Bob Brower. Look at young Benoit is there. The Legend of Sam Houston. Is this one he got a little beefier? Yeah, he's got a little meat on him by then. Sam Houston left the WWF to wrestle in the smaller ACW. Sam is getting recognition long overdue from the ACW fans. In 1985, Sam Houston was recognized as one of the NWA's brightest young stars. Not happy in NWA, Sam left the organization for the WWF, where he hoped his career would blossom. After 3 years in WWF, where he met with both success and failure, Sam was returned to his southern roots in Atlantic Coast Wrestling, where he hopes to achieve the fame and championships that eluded him in WWF. When worlds collide, the greatest tag teams in wrestling history, the British Bulldogs, Davey Boy Smith, Dynamite Kid versus Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton, Robert Gibson. Without doubt, the greatest wrestling match of the year, possibly the decade, must-have for wrestling junkies from Wrestling Eye magazine. A must-to-see for all world diehard pro wrestling fans, a definitive winner by Wrestling Fury. Bob Geigel, promoter, says, throughout my career. Say previously in Japan, the British Bulldogs versus Rock and Roll Express is literally a dream match for U.S. fans. With former World Tag Team champions, each team has risen to prominence in their respective leagues. Another, okay, this is a CD Productions, really. This is probably a house ad. Oriental Women for Single Men. Anything else real sleazy? Not really. Luger, no more Mr. Nice Guy. And the color photos. And look at that big pinnacle Luger. That's a good pick of Ted with the belt and Virgil. Should the WWF sanction the $1 million belt? Well, they kind of did. Because didn't it? Well, yeah, kind of sort of went around. Kind of like the King's Crown. Kind of sort of. My thing is, I don't remember them ever saying that Harley Race like won that crown at the King of the Ring or something like that. Because Haku got it when he beat him, and then to be like it started going to the hero on the King of the Ring. Because I don't remember, I know the King of the Ring was all around before the pay per views, but I don't remember ever hearing about it, except maybe here and there in like Apter mags or something. The Wrestling Holiday Hotline 1-900-909-9900. Monday, Lance Russell travels America. Tuesday, Joe Pedicino knows. Wednesday, Paul E. Dangerously's Danger Zone. Thursday, Eddie Gilbert presents Hot Stuff. Friday, the Jim Ross Report. Saturday and Sunday, call for top of the hour match schedules. Saturday night fights and Sunday main events. Kids, get your parents' permission before calling. Cost us $2 for first minute, 45 cents for each additional. Jimmy Superfly Snuka returns to WWF. After missing from the American wrestling scene for nearly 3 years, Jimmy Superfly Snuka returned to WWF, an organization he left bitterly in 1985. During his first tour of the WWF, Snuka reached near legendary status as a wrestler and fan favorite. Now he returns to capture the magic of the early 80s. Older and poor physical condition, here's a look back at the man who electrified the WWF, Jimmy Superfly Snuka. I love this face he's making. Hey, look at that. I want Piper. Is that Tonga Kid? Shit. Tonga Kid became somebody else. I'm trying to figure out who it is in my head. I can't think of Buddy Rogers and Snuka. The Battle of the Bulls, Terry Bam Bam Gordy versus Steve Dr. Death Williams. It was in 1886 when the Freebirds first crossed paths with Steve Dr. Death Williams in the late limited UWF. The Freebirds had just arrived from world class and per usual themselves proved themselves against the best men in UWF had to offer. That made Steve Williams, Ted DiBiase, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan. That match, man, all them two. Become monsterized pro wrestler with the world's #1 wrestling school. You can get a tape of it and a bumper sticker. You too can learn the same whole techniques that have taken Bam Bam Bigelow, King Kong Bundy, Tony Atlas, Virgil the Bodyguard, and many more to ring stardom. You may not be able to attend the Monster Factory in person, but you can learn how to be a great professional wrestler with Monster Master Larry Sharp like they have. Now, for the first time, a step-by-step instructional video is available to you at home from the same world-famous Monster Factory been featured on TV in People, Sports Illustrated, New York Times, Rolling Stone, and right here in this magazine. The Monster Mania video features 15 wrestling holds of your favorite TV wrestling stars, a pro wrestling match, and much more. Full color, 50 minutes long. Special offer, regularly $39.95, $9.95 plus shipping and handling. And shipping and handling is $3.50, so basically $34 for a not even hour-long videotape. God, the price is... This is partly why I didn't have a wrestling collection back. All my wrestling collection was like, I would rent the tapes in the store and make copies. Or it'd be like, oh, somebody dad worked with had it, because I don't know if I ever mentioned the wrestling videos. Like, cable did not make its way out to my area until late 1990, and when it did, they didn't offer you. So for pay-per-views, it was either wait till the tape came out and rent it, or different guys that work on the plant would have the black box for the cable where you get all the pay-per-views free, and you go, oh, yeah, I'll watch it, record it for you, kid. Like the day after, like, Dad get home from work on Monday, and I sit there and watch it. That's how I watch WrestleMania 5. And 6. And maybe even 7. Because usually the tapes came out late. I get it like the next day. How long can Demolition hold the WWF tag titles? Axe and Smash Demolition have held the WWF World Tag Team Championship for well over a year. They started out as rule breakers, wrestling fan favorites. Now they're fan favorites, wrestling rule breakers. No matter how the fans reacted, they have handled every team put in their path easily. Who can defeat Demolition for the belts? The Twin Towers of Big Boss Man and Hakeem? The Barbarian and what Warlord would be. Oh, there's the King. One man gang. God, look how huge. So I forgot how huge Boss Man was back then. He was just fucking big. Packages. How much were packages for this back then? $3 each. Include shipping? Fuck. Bret the Hitman Hart versus Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig at the Philadelphia Spectrum match of the month. That's kick-ass. I forgot they had matches. What else is out there? It's a Spectrum match. That might be. The Fierce World of Female Fighters. You've never seen it before. Oh, here's all tapes. Hold on. Let me go through the tape list. Those all turns. So Great American Bash 86, 87, 88, Scarcade 86, 87, 88, and Crockett Cup 87 and 88. $30, VHS or beta, and that's shipped. You guys send them to Department W, you get a free poster. Okay. But these women, it's like women topless boxing and catfighting magazines and nude hot tub catfighting and big breast bashers and just crazy shit, man. More explicit action. Like, you gotta sign down here to your adult, but you can't lie and sign that shit. Terry Funk, wrestling's the most dangerous man. I love me some Terry Funk. After a long absence, Terry Funk returned to NWA in a big way by attacking new world champion Ric Flair immediately after Flair defeated Ricky Steamboat for the belt in Nashville, Tennessee. Love that fucking match. It was around this time where, Danette Cable wasn't even getting any syndicated WCW shows that I knew of, or Crockett, whatever you want to call it by then. But I would keep up. My kids at school tell me Wrestling Mags, and like the video stores in the area started getting in the Crockett. Like, regularly, the Crockett pay-per-views when they hit tape, so I'd watch them, like, run as soon as they came up. Oh, fuck yeah. For some reason, our areas, I never understood. Now, I lived in, southern Mississippi. Got channels from as far east as Pensacola, Florida. Most of my channels came from New Orleans, Hattiesburg, Biloxi, Mississippi, Mobile, Alabama, Pensacola, Florida. That's the 5 towns I got TV from. None of those had a channel that aired Crockett for very long. But we got every WWF syndicated show. We got Glow, we got Continental, World Class, Florida, Memphis, Mid-South, UWF. Let's say Glow. I didn't say Glow. Gulf Coast, like all kinds of things. So I see the pay-per-view. So like the big pay-per-view match, I remember that when he came out and attacked him. And put Flair out of action for 2 months with a neck injury. Events such as this are commonplace in Funk's career as he's made a reputation of wrestling's most dangerous man and man never to be trusted. Here's a look at one of the events which gained Terry Funk's reputation. Pile driving in. Is that when he choked him with the bag? Might be. Jeff Jarrett making it on his own. Look how young Jeff Jarrett is. Now he's an AEW. That dude goes everywhere. Everywhere. I've been everywhere, man. Michael Hayes and 3 Birds. Rick McCord, wrestling's most electrifying star. In this corner from Roanoke, Virginia, weighing in at 220 pounds, electrified Rick McCord. Get ready, fans. You're going to be seeing and hearing from him from now on because Rick McCord's arrived. If you want to see this young star at your favorite reunion, you know what I mean when I say Rick McCord is definitely one of the most exciting electrifying professional wrestlers the way to the top. And Rick McCord will be a big name draw on America. We're talking main event status. Rick McCord's been wrestling 7 years for every major promotion in the world. After turning down a lucrative modeling offer in 1979, Rick knew his heart belonged to professional wrestling. Since then, Rick has been very, very successful and has held numerous titles in the state, so the areas he has appeared. WWA? What the fuck is W? The fuck? Okay. Oh, is these the later eras? Yeah. How much are they? $12 a piece. A lot of them are sold out. It's still at $15 a piece. You make a fortune reselling it. And Muda versus Gilbert on the back cover. I like these wrestling main event mags. They're cool as hell. I mean, I did not buy them back then because I set the price, and also when I was younger because the sleazy ads. Like, oh, mom ain't gonna be have this shit. So I didn't buy a lot of them back then, but it's a cool little mag. Well, I'm out, everybody. Hope you enjoy that, and hope to see you at the show. Laters.